everybody, welcome back to the shop. I'm going to be on the Mustang today. I got some BMR drag springs we're going to put on it. I'm just going to do the back today. I don't even have the shocks yet, but I'm waiting for those, but I got some time and I'm going to at least put the back springs in, and I'm going to do the method where you drop the subframe one side at a time and get the spring up in there. So I've never done it on one of these, so I'm going to try that, and we're going to learn today. So what I'm going to do is take this bolt out here, this mount, that one up there for this brake hose, just to kind of free it up. I'm going to try to leave the sway bar on, but I'm going to as far as the links, but I'm going to unbolt it from the body and just pull it out of the way so that these are down, and I have this open area to get the spring out. So I got this control arm supported by these tall jacks here. So when I take off that front or the top bolts out of the shock, it won't just, drop suddenly. So we're going to So that was not enough, but I just took the bottom bolts out of the sway bar, and I'm just going to take the whole thing out of the way. I can just put it to one side until I get it one side done, and then just push it back the other way to do the other side. So now all I got to really do is do those top shock bolts, and then let it down, or probably get these subframe bolts loose. And okay, so what they're saying is just do one side at a time to not disturb the centering of the subframe, so it should not mess with the alignment. You're supposed to get new bolts and stuff too, but I'm going to do that later because I'm probably going to get the lockout kit. So that'll happen when I do that. But right now I just want to get the springs in there, just because the lockout thing will be easier than, than doing the springs. So I just wanted to get them in there. All right. So the other spring was longer than this one. So I actually had to come up with this contraption where I can help pull this control arm down and hold it so I could get the other spring out. This one was a little easier to get in. And I noticed on this side that the isolator is like thicker towards the front, thinner at the back. This one over here was actually not like that at first. I had, it was thick at the back. It was all messed up. So I just have to make sure that it's going to be sitting in this little, on the isolator good down here, and I'm going to crank it back up and see where we're at. So I got it shock bolted back up. We are pulled up to where it's supposed to be, and we got the isolator lined up. That will go all the way down obviously when it's on the floor, but this side's done. I'm just going to re-torque those down. And whenever you tighten these, get these first, like get this inside one, maybe go back and forth so you're not fighting it, because could go crooked on you. So I can take the other side out, and because I didn't show it on this side how it came out, because it was a little bit longer. Okay, so I just had the cradle held up by this thing. I'm lowering it down, but with the springs that are in there right now, this thing does not come down far enough to give enough room to pull the spring out like the other side did. So I'm gonna pull down on this control arm. I'm gonna pull down on this to give me some more wiggle room in there to get it out. I'm still gonna have to probably pry it out too. On top of that, the new one goes in no problem, but this one's a little bit longer. To assist, I have this stand here. It's just putting pressure up against here to hold it to the floor. And then I got that. I mean, I'm not pulling super hard. It's just helping me pull down. It's like having another person. And I can ratchet this down until there's enough that's going to free that spring. So we're going to see how it's going to go here. But it's loose where I can spin it around in the hole. I don't know if getting it out the top. I can't remember. The best is if I could turn it. Might be able to get it out through the bottom. Not too bad, but not the greatest. But the spring is definitely longer. Putting the new one in, like I said, is shorter. So it should be easier. I kind of marked the upper isolator where it was before. The other one I could not do that because it was in the wrong place anyway. But that's it. I'm just gonna rotate the bottom isolator so it lines up with the coil, and then I can let the tension off. So there it is, sitting on the isolator. I'm right on the mark on this side, and on the other side I have it in the same spot. And I guess that's all there is to it. It wasn't too bad, except if you're not on a lift, I don't know how you're going to pull this down without having somebody standing on that with a bar or something like that. Then you could do it. So I'm waiting on the double adjustable rear shocks, which I'll put in whenever I get them, and the front kelltrac single adjustables, where you can adjust them right on the top of the strut. I'm waiting for that too. I decided with the BMR lockout, so I'll do that in a couple days here while it's up here. I will have to take the big bolts out again, just drop it down, put the spacers in, and put it back up, but that's not a big deal. I just want to get the springs in because those are going to be probably harder to get in than any of the other things I'm doing back here. So please, there's more to come, and we'll catch you on the next one.